Greetings YouTube. I'm about to do an RPG video inspired by something I saw on a gaming forum. I know, how rare. So you get one class, one skill, and one item. Okay? And then we're going to dump you into the D&D world or Pathfinder, Galarian, for example. I'll just use Galarian because it's the main Paizo Pathfinder world. And when you arrive at that, no, don't sit on that keyboard there, sweetie pie. When you arrive in that world, you will be first level, but the skill you pick will be 20 levels. So at first level, you'll have 20 skill ranks in that. And if it's a class skill, that would be a 20 bonus 23 for your skill. If it isn't a class skill, it's going to be a 20. And of course, whatever your appropriate skill bonuses might be. We're not going to argue what your skill bonuses are. If you'd like to postulate what skill ranks you think as skill points you have in your skills, go ahead. I know mine. It doesn't really matter for this, I don't think. You will get boosted up to whatever minimum you need to be the class you're going to start at. So if you don't have the appropriate skills, say your wisdom isn't high enough to cast spells, you will be brought up to the minimum so you can cast spells. That would be 11, I guess. And then, of course, you'll have to spend future points to make sure that can keep tracking and getting magic items and all that crap. So you will start out with what you need to succeed. And actually, it would need to be a 14 with the assumption that you need to put 5. Yeah, so it would have to be a minimum of 14. Hey, good day for you. So the item has to be something that is either from here, a real world item, or some magic item that exists in Pathfinder's Galarian universe, or potentially could, because the game has rules for creating new magic items. But it can be one magic item or one real world item. You don't get any ancillary things. If you pick a Browning 1911 pistol, you only get enough rounds to fill up the one magazine that's in the pistol itself. So that would be a bad choice. And if you pick a magic item, say you pick a wand, you'll get 50 charges, which hopefully you'll be able to recharge at a later date. So you're going to want to pick something which is going to last a long time. If you say the Infinity Gauntlet, cool, you get the gauntlet. You don't get any stones. You get the one item alone. So what do I pick? So I thought about this for a bit. If I'm going to pick one class, it's going to be Druid. And there's a couple of reasons for that. It's a wisdom, it's a divine class, which means I will eventually get cure disease and heal, or at least cure disease, because I want to no longer be diabetic. Also, you get to have really funky spellcasting abilities, great class skills, and you get to become a wild shaper, or shape changer, and at a later date, you get to be able to change your form at will, your appearance at will, in your humanoid form. So, awesome skill set. And again, I'll be able to heal myself at some point, future point. So I'm taking that. The skill I'm going to take is not a class skill, and that's going to be diplomacy. And I'm going to dump all the skill ranks I can in that. I'm going to put a skill rank into it every time. So at level 20, I would have a skill rank of 40 in diplomacy. So I plan on becoming very diplomatic when it comes to getting problem solved. I would like to avoid combat whenever necessary. And having that as my skill would do it. Now, what is the one item I'm going to take? I'm sneaky. I'm taking Cubic Gate. Yep, it's a 6-sided object. This one's made from onyx. And each side is... My wife's here with the kitten. Each side is keyed to a specific plane. And one of them would be Galarian. One of them would be Earth. So I can come back and forth whenever I bloody well felt like it. All the rest of you who don't have the ability are stuck in the D&D world. Sucks to be you. Two of the others would be the astral plane and the ethereal plane. And I can't decide what the last two should be. So anybody get any suggestions, tell me. I really can't figure out what would be the best. I mean, like, the elemental plane of air and water would both be cool. Fire and earth would be a little tough. Water, I'd have to make sure I had something that would let me breathe there. Yeah, that would be bad if I didn't. But air, I'd be able to breathe at. The ability to fly would be useful, but if you have shape changing, you can turn into a bird. But those are just thoughts. I hadn't really confirmed those last two ones, so I'm open to suggestions on the Cubic Gate. So let's throw out ideas what you would pick. Remember, you get one class, one skill, rank 20, and one item, either a real world item or one from the game itself that either exists or could exist. So let's talk about geeky gaming things.